A lot of y'all siding with evil and y'all don't even know it. Because y'all too scary to learn new stuff. Y'all too scary to open your minds to new knowledge. Okay? Y'all too scary to go ahead and realize that this whole shit you've been bamboozled, right? And it's so crazy because now they're putting it out there. They have to. That's the law of karma. Feel me? They got to put it out there. They've been putting it in our faces with all these movies and shows that we've been watching forever. But now they really, really putting it out there and like letting y'all know, and people are still ignoring the fact. Like, you know how scary you have to be to ignore new knowledge? Right? So if you understand what I'm saying, you hip to this knowledge, you will understand that we are living in an upside down world. Everything that we know, even down to our map, is upside down. Everything you were taught to think is bad, more than likely is good. Everything you were taught to think is good, more than likely is bad. And if y'all don't wake up soon, I'm telling y'all, it's a big shift happening.
Everybody's talking about this timeline split and shift that's happening on January 25th because of the planetary alignment. But I want to make something very clear that nobody has said thus far. This is not an external split. Some people aren't going to split off and go to another world, another existence, another Earth. It is an internal split. What you focus on is the timeline that you are going to be resonating in. If you are resonating with World War III, all of the trauma and the darkness that's going on with this planet, that's what you're going to focus on. That's what you're going to be creating more of rapidly. It's going to start happening quicker and quicker in your life. This planetary alignment is amplifying these energies. This is not a physical split of Earth. This is a vibrational frequency split. If you have been doing the work since 2020 and you are living a more spiritual path, then you really don't have anything to worry about. But if you are still operating from self-limiting beliefs, trauma, and all of these things, that is what you are going to be generating more of because that is your main focus. This is a time to get aligned with the life that you want to create and focus on only that. I'm not saying be, a toxic positivity or any of that shit. No. Focus on the life that you want to create. Focus on the vibration that you want to resonate with. And that means if you want to be on the higher timeline of the positive split, you need to be operating from a place of love, unconditional love. Not the division, not the separation of hating other people or judging other people of where they're at. And this is not me saying also just ignore everything that's happening in our world. No, absolutely see it for what it is. But you have to accept it, and you have to look at it through a lens of love. There is no other option. If you get involved in the political talks and the worldview talks, you are in that lower timeline. I'm sorry. That is a third dimensional timeline. But if you want to be on the higher split, you need to be focusing on love. How can you generate more love? How can you create more love? How can you push more love out into the world? Because what is inside is what you will see outside. We all know by now that our thoughts, our beliefs, and our emotions create our external world. So if you want to see a different world, you need to be the change. You need to find that unconditional love inside, and you need to do the work. This isn't a magical shift that's just going to cure all of your problems. That's not spirituality. And spirituality isn't all love and light either. You're going to have your ebbs and flows. You're going to have your ups and downs, but it's all about the internal work and the frequency that you're trying to hold for your own life and what you're trying to create. Because you are not ever going to contribute to creating a better world if you don't start with yourself first. That needs to be your focus. And this is also why we're seeing all of these systems crumble and it looks like the world is on fire. This has to happen. There is no other option. The old system and the old way of the world has to crumble in front of our faces for it to build anew. So hold that faith and hold that higher timeline as much as you can, because these things need to happen. There's literally no other way around it. We cannot create a new earth when the old one is still standing. I know the world seems very dark and disheartening right now, but there's so much light and there's so much beauty and there's such a massive awakening happening on this planet, and that is what we need to focus on.
Welcome forward to another video. I'm just going to scooch in right here if you don't mind. Shh. We've been trying to contact you regarding your third dimensional extended warranty. You've been stuck between the third dimension and the fifth dimension, and you feel like your life is splitting apart in your head. So I'm saying somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to really get into it, you know, because it's not going to do itself. You got options. You know, we are on the planet of the heart chakra. We are on the planet, so you get to choose. Where do you want to be? Where do you want to go? Who do you want to do? What do you want to do? You have to listen. What are you gonna do? You got this. It's happening. Somebody's got to do it.
I know Trump feel that way, y'all. I know Trump feel that way because it's like, imagine secretly that Trump knows like all about like what's happening spiritually and the shifts and everything, and he's just like, he has to take, he's going to become the president. He's going to become the president of the third dimension. So he's like, somebody got to do it. Somebody has to do it. We just I'm gonna drain the swamp, but somebody has to do it. Like, imagine being mad because you gotta take over with this split that's happening between the spirit world and the physical world and the government and how everything has been vortexing. Like, just, I don't think y'all hear him. Like, he gotta take on all of it.
Excuse me, somebody had to do it. I am the chosen one. Somebody had to do it. So I'm taking on China. I'm taking on China on trade. And you know what? We're winning because we're the piggy bank.
And you know what? We're winning. You got to do your best. You got to do your best in this situation where the earth is splitting and everybody's just changing. There's a lot of changes just going on. We got to make a lot of changes.
Excuse me. Somebody had to do it. I am the chosen one.
Excuse me. Somebody has to do this job. Somebody has to be the president right now. You are the chosen one. Like, you can't just go back to sleep and just ignore the fifth dimensional version of you that is calling out to you right now. Somebody has to do it. Somebody has to do it in your head. Somebody has to take on the job.
So we're literally living on two different planets right now. One where people are living hell and one where people are living heaven. And the bridge between that is the decisions that you're making for and of yourself. Now, this is the first time in human history that Earth has been split this way because the chosen are back. And we're actually doing the work. In multiple lifetimes, we have succumbed to ego and hardship and the illusion, but not this time. And it's a blessing that I could share this so candidly because there's a time where people like us couldn't speak up and couldn't share. But this is your reminder that you're doing a damn good job. And it's also your reminder to keep choosing you because I've had to make decisions that have crushed me. But then within a week's time, I realized in divine timing why I had to do it. And there's something about safety as well. For me, I've lived a reality where I haven't been safe or have been protected, but it's in me doing it for myself that now nothing can harm me. Sorry, my cat's going crazy. So yeah, if you feel like giving up or if you feel like there's no tomorrow, there is a tomorrow. And it's bright and it's beautiful and there's real people out here living happy lives. It's real. So all my trailblazers, all my freaks, all my psychics, all my people who have gifts that they've been ashamed of having, all my kind, sweet people, you are seen. And you can thrive because that timeline has already been created by people like me, by my mentors, by real people who just want the best for Mother Earth. I never said it's going to be easy, but just know that it exists and that you could tap into it at any time. I love you.
Oh, you got feeling a little warm inside. There are constant patterns that loop you into spiritual situations and make your mind feel like you've been through this same energy before, but it's just something about you not wanting to choose the change. You don't want to choose the change. So what you're not changing, you're choosing. So it's like you just ignore and you don't acknowledge the knowledge. Now that we know that the split is happening, let's pay attention to what the fifth dimension actually is, because a lot of people who are still transitioning from the 3D to higher ways of thinking, you think that the world is just going magically teleport to a different world. Like,
let's talk about 5D. So when I say 5D, I'm talking about the fifth dimension. And I know when people hear that, they probably like thinking like it's some psychedelic LSD type. But I'm going to simply explain what it is. So apparently there's 12 dimensions, right? Right now, we are in the third dimension, in the 3D. So as more and more people begin to become enlightened and awakened and raise their vibration, it's going to collectively raise the vibration of the entire planet, and we will transition into 5D, the fifth dimension. Now, it's really not going to look any different. Like, it's going to physically look the same like how it does now. The only difference is that more people will be enlightened and awakened and be vibrating at a higher frequency. So whatever that will look like for, humanity, for everyone to be vibrating at a higher frequency, is whatever changes that will be made. So maybe people will be able to see auras more. You'll be able to manifest faster. It will just overall be more positivity because we are vibrating at a higher frequency. So the reason we will not be going to the 4D, the fourth dimension, is because that's like the astral realm. That's like where our spirit goes when we dream, where you astral project. That's where the spirits reside. So think of it just like in Avatar: The Last Airbender. When he goes into the spirit world, it's like that. It's the spirit world. If you think about it, being in the 3 out of 12 dimensions is low as fuck. This planet is low vibrational as fuck. That's why the interdimensionals don't fuck with us, because baby, we in the trenches. Also, I think it's important to note that we are intentionally being kept at this low vibration because the evil beings that's been controlling humanity will not be able to survive on the planet once the frequency gets to that point, because they're low vibrational and evil as hell. You should definitely watch my other video called Simplifying It All, because it all ties together, because all is connected in one way or another. So when you hear me say 5D, which is also called New Earth, this is what I'm talking about. When enough people become awakened, which will cause the planet to literally be vibrating at a higher frequency. So a lot of us are already living in the 5D. Energetically, vibrationally, baby, I'm already there. I'm just waiting on y'all to catch the fuck up.
Thank you. That's all it is. That's all it is. Just catch it or let it go over your head. That's all it is. Okay, so as we were talking about Earth being the heart chakra, I found the video that pretty much explains why the heart chakra is the fourth chakra, and that would make Earth having to be the fourth planet that's in the solar system of the chakras. So this is gonna blow your mind.
Did you know if you take the H in Earth and put it in front, you get heart? Also, did you know that Earth would have been the fourth planet in the solar system? But there was a planet called Tiamat, and Tiamat smacked into Earth, creating Earth as we know it now, and basically ceased to exist. So that would have made Earth the fourth planet in the solar system. You know what else is the fourth in a system? The heart chakra. The heart chakra is also the fourth. And Earth is also green. Blue and green, but still green. Also, did you know in Japanese that the word ao means both blue and green? And historically speaking, people used to associate both blue and green as one color. You know what chakra is after the heart chakra? The throat chakra. And guess what color it is? You guessed it. Blue. And we live in the third dimension, and Earth is the third planet, but Earth would have been the fourth planet, and we kind of have 4 dimensions because of time, but we don't live in the fourth dimension. Also, did you know that we have 5 dwarf planets? Eris, Pluto, Haumea, Makemake, and Ceres. That would mean there's actually 12 planets in our solar system. Did you know that there are also officially 12 chakras? The last 5 are the soul star, the spirit chakra, the universal chakra, the galactic chakra, and the divine. That would mean that there's actually 12. You put the H in front of Earth and you get heart. And then the heart is the 4th chakra system. And Earth is the 3rd planet, but it was supposed to be the 4th. Earth is both blue and green. And blue and green represent the 3rd and 4th chakras, the same way that Earth represents the 3rd and 4th planet. And we live in the 3rd dimension. We live in the 3rd dimension, but technically we have 4 dimensions. Just like technically Earth is the 4th planet, or was supposed to be. And then there are 12 planets, and there are also 12 chakras. Coincidence? Maybe.
This is what happens when you continue to expand your mind and expand your consciousness and not just think. So a lot of people are still stuck on the 7 chakras that we have inside of us, but they don't want to focus, they don't want to acknowledge the ones that are, above your head and below your feet. You have more chakras. There are more planets. There are more, this is where we are. This is where we are. This is where the 5D enters, because you're in a state of love and acceptance. So now you can accept more knowledge and more information and more growth for yourself. Someone in the comments of this video said, in the 5D, do you think we still have a body or just a spirit? Somebody said, yes, the original Earth is 5D, and this version of Earth is a 3D holographic matrix replica, but the technology is failing, thus 5D is seeping out. Catch it or let it go over your head. Like, so I can make a video about this holographic matrix. I'm definitely going to do that now because I feel like I'm just in a space where I'm not going to hold myself back with the knowledge that I want to learn. And yeah, they have created so many matrices and fail safes and silicate matrices and phantom matrices that have like really compressed so much of our spirit, which is why she said we in the trenches. And also in the last video, how I showed you where we are inside of the Milky Way galaxy, we on the outskirts, the trenches. Going more in depth with how we're being sucked into the base pulse rhythm of the 3D and how they want to continue to suck our energy, which is why they created the matrix, because they can't live where we are able to go, and they want us to be here so they don't feel alone, so they don't feel it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff that your mind will continue to expand into and you'll be able to take in, but it's always been inside your body. This knowledge, your temple has always had everything that you need. And when we're going through this split that is happening, we are accessing more of the hieroglyphics of our temple. And it becomes difficult with people because now choosing to be able to expand yourself is really trying to rise above the densities that you live in inside of your body, and you're starting to feel aches and you're starting to feel ascension symptoms because there is a split happening and you are evolving. You're growing. That's what your bones, when a baby is growing and the teeth is growing and everything, it's like it's symptoms. Like me, I can say that I've been feeling like a rush of cold energy, like cold fluid, like going up my spine, like feeling, and sometimes like it'll try to get stuck at the back of my neck, and that's things that you have to work out with yourself, but that is those feelings and the symptoms of you growing.
So many of y'all are actually going through ascension symptoms right now. That is why you feel really exhausted. That's why you're getting all these headaches. A lot of people are feeling the symptoms of being sick, but not actually feeling physically sick, having sinus issues. What you need to understand is that the consciousness of this planet is rising very quickly. And everything that you have been hiding from up until this point is coming to the top. That is what the age of Aquarius is bringing us. This is a death and rebirth cycle. So that means that anything that you have not processed up until this point is going to be staring you in the face. That's why a lot of people are feeling triggered. A lot of people are very reactive because those are the things that you have not dealt with. Now, I've been talking about this for a whole year since Cat Williams went on that damn show and started stirring the damn pot. If you do not deal with your shit right now, it's going to cause you to be stuck in a cycle of pain and suffering. Now, I actually started preparing for this last year, and I went on this journey of just trying to get myself into energetic alignment. There are so many tools that are available to you, like numerology, human design, your birth chart. These are all pathways to ascension. And in order for you to have expanded awareness in this reality or ascend out of this reality, you need your chakra system to be in energetic alignment, because your chakra systems are portals to higher densities of consciousness. So what I did for myself was I put all of my numerology, which are 5 life path numbers that tell you what you came here to do, what tools are meant to help you, how you express yourself, your personality, but also what you want on a soul level. I wrote out my entire human design chart, which is basically your energetic blueprint. It tells you what you came here to contribute, what you need to be grounded and supported in, how you feel emotionally safe, what you came to communicate, where you're going to struggle before 29, where's your potential for immaturity, what you're passionate about, what drives you, your values, your relationship goals, what areas lead to expansion, and then also what areas you're going to struggle with, but they're going to lead to the most transformation, along with your spiritual life purpose. I also wrote out my Chiron, because Chiron is going to tell you what your biggest wound from childhood is, because that is what you need to heal from if you want to excel in this environment. And then I looked at my astrology. I looked at the retrograde planets. I looked at my north node, my south node, my fortune. I looked at where Saturn is. I looked at the aspects, if there were any stelliums. And I compiled this all into a document, set me some goals, and came up with a strategy of how to get myself there. I talked about this last April, but I finally started offering it to you guys. And recently I've done so many of them, but I recently did one that was very fucking complicated. And I want to share it with y'all because I take time to look at everybody's individual energy, because everybody's going to need something different. So as you can see, this is the numerology section, which is going through those numbers I told you about. The human design section. Okay, it tells you your energy type, what your strategy and authority needs to be in this life, how you make decisions, all of those things, what makes you an individual. purpose, and strengths are right here. These are the areas of improvement. Look at how long this area of improvement is. Those are the things she's going to struggle with. Here's some goals and then a plan, a 3-page plan on what she needs to do. These are $80 on my website. Click the link in my bio.
I love astrology, and if anybody wanting to connect to their energy blueprint, it's on her website. You can see it right there at bigtaj.com. Understand that you are not alone in this shift that is happening for you. Everything that you are feeling, that you're seeing, that you're growing into, like, source is everywhere and willing to guide you and give you whatever you need to get. It's out there. It's out here. You're not alone, and you're not dealing with this by yourself. Everybody else is feeling it on a different level. And there are some people who are able to communicate like what she's doing, the blueprint of your contract. Know that you will be good. Know that it is happening for your most highest good. Know that it is all working out for you, and you are going to make it through, and you're already making it through. So you've already done it. You're making the transition right now. So you just have to be present with yourself to get through these different phases and stages and matrices that you're like really flying through. And sometimes you do need to stop and reflect, and you're stopping and reflecting, and that's what's happening with the symptoms. Your body is doing it, your mind is doing it, your heart is doing it. It's all coherently aligning. So just be patient with yourself, trust the process of your pace, and enjoy the moments, because you are, in a sense, helping yourself, and you're helping people who are not ready to go through that stage. And once they do, they're going to need somebody who knows stuff like this. And you are being put in place for those situations. It's all for a reason. So I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you've made it this far, I am so proud of you, because you are on an amazing journey that is like reaping so many benefits with you connecting with your inner world, which will make your outer world even more beautiful. I will see y'all on the next video, and have a great rest of your day. Be at peace with yourself. Be present. Take yourself seriously and your emotions seriously, and keep going. Because somebody's got to do it. Somebody has to do it. I am the chosen one. I'm done. I'm out. I'll see y'all later.